Okay then. There are... Oh, this one's gonna run long. How long has it taken for her to notice something is wrong? She wakes from a strange premonition of a spider's web and makes her way to the hallway. At first, she thinks that it might be coming from her master. The abnormality came from Emiya Shido's room before snaking outside. Saber sighs, her golden hair swaying. It's good that he's enthusiastic, but his body won't last unless he rests. And when she decides to go warm, she realizes her own mistake. She confirms her suspicions and gasps. The abnormality isn't coming from Shido's room. Under the moonlight, a string thin as her hair runs through the darkness. The single string goes into Shido's room from outside the house. It's so thin that even the bonnet field here didn't catch wind of it. There's no time. She transforms into an armored knight and swiftly heads out. Her feet run through the quiet streets. Nothing will stop her. She knows where she must go. She only has to follow the string and the pulse of her master. All she can do is run as fast as she can. It makes no difference whether her destination is her enemy's territory nor how many death traps await her. She is sworn to protect her master. Anything that might come is negligible. A mountain contaminated with the abundance of magical energy. Ghosts fly around in the sky like crows, and the leaves of the trees are covered in unseen blood. Within the collected magical energy reside the stripped-down souls, and the stark mountainside will consume those that approach. If there is a place in this world where death is assured, this is unmistakably the perfect example. She enters without hesitation. Such things will not stop her. If this place is hell, then she has to save her master all the more. She runs up the stone stairs. The expected traps and obstacles do not manifest. The mountain gate is already in her sight, and she should reach it with one more step of her magical energy infused legs. But her advance ends. Note is halted by an enemy. Atop a staircase landing beneath the eaves of the mountain gate, there stands one servant. His name is Kojiro Sasaki, the assassin-class servant, the protector of Ryudo Temple, wields the long sword in Monohoshitsu. Her mind in unrest, Saber readies invisible wear. Her master is on the other side of the mountain gate, but the identity of the servant that stands before her is too much of an unknown. The way he revealed his identity with no hesitation. He does not take a stance, and his hostility seems transparent, pure. She cannot grasp his strength from such a transparent offering. She can see his power as a servant. Assassin is not powerful, so it ought to be easy to maneuver and defeat him, but her instincts tell her otherwise. They tell her that in a duel she will not best him. Saber clamps down on her anxiety and glares at Assassin. There's only one step until she can strike the opponent, to move up or down. The moment one of them makes a move, the other will strike with a killing blow. Her final warning, the longsword-wielding swordsman accepts with grace and poise. Her green eyes would but pierce his body for such a foolish question. He must like her reaction. The longsword weaves through the night in the arc. He laughs with the same cool, collected tone. Saber steps up in reply. The longsword swiftly strikes and Saber's invisible blade intercedes. The sounds of the clashing swords echo through the breezy mountain top. Her skill seems equal, but she has no advantage. Frustration builds. The enemy that she must defeat quickly is actually skilled and a great hindrance. She grits her teeth and prays with all her might. In that moment, excessive thoughts beyond the duel seep into her skull. The battle does not end. The mountain gate is too far away. You might think this is the end of the episode, but no, there is more. Caster extends her fingers. Damn it. I try to fight back, but my body won't move. My limbs aren't responding. My senses are being taken away, and I'm sure she's going to off me.
Sayonara, boya. Kuyamu no nara, sono teido no rikiryo de master ni natta koto o kuyaminasai.
My body doesn't move at all, accepts the fingertip of death. I resist the urge to close my eyes and keep glaring at Caster with all my might.
あらいい子ね。そういう頑張りは嫌いではありませんよ。
Caster snickers at my utmost resistance and puts her fingers on my command spells. Even my free will is going numb. In my fading thoughts, I hear the sound of classic swords from the temple gate behind me. What kind of miracle is this? I hear the sound of dozens of objects splitting the air, followed by numerous arrows piercing the ground in front of me. Caster instantly retreats, her black robe swirling like a spinning top. There were arrows piercing the ground by her feet, 13 of them fired from the direction of the temple gate. They were probably fired in rapid succession, and Caster would have been struck center mass had there been one more in the volley. The one who fired stands there atop the gate. The knight in red then jumps down to ground level, his hands empty.
とうに命はないと思ったが、存外にしぶといのだな。
Archer moves to stand before me as if to protect me. You... why?
何？ただの通りがかりだ。あまり気にするな。で、体はどうだ？キャスターの糸なら、今ので立ったはずだが。
Huh. I check my hand. It moves. My frozen limbs must have regained mobility from that earlier action. I can move. Caster's spell is gone, but...
それは結構。あとは好きにしろ。と言いたいところだが、あれに殺されたくなければ、しばらくそこから動かぬことだ。
アーチャーですって？アサシンめ何をしていたの？
そら、見ての通り、八つ当たりを食らうことになる。女の劇場というのは、なかなかに凝しがたい。まったく、少しばかり手荒いことになりそうだ。
Archer laughs. I can't tell how serious he is.
さて、そう怒るなキャスター。アサシンならば、セイバーと対峙している。あの侍、何者かは知らんが、セイバーを押しとどめるとは、むしろ褒めてやるべきではないか？
Even though he's facing an enemy, there's no tension in his voice or body language at all. Caster must have noticed that and regains her composure.
ふざけたことを。あなたを止められないようでは英雄などとは呼べない。あの男、剣豪を名乗らせるには実力不足です。
ほう、その言いぶり。アサシンが自分の仲間だとでも言いたげだが、やはり協力し合っているのか？そうでなくてはこの状況に説明がつかん。一つの場所に二人のサーバントが今日構えるなどとな。
Caster stares at Archer silently. I can't see her expression well beneath her hood, but she looks as if she's agitated. Archer, is that true? Assassin and Caster's masters are cooperating?
ああ。門の外を守るアサシンと門の内に潜むキャスター。この両者が協力関係なのは明白だろう。マスター同士が協力し合うのも珍しいことではない。現にお前とリンとで手を結んでいる。
Oh, that's right. Then there are two masters at this Ryudo temple.
何を言い出すかと思えば、随分と的外れなことを言うのね、アーチャー。
なんだ、違ったか。参ったな。君たちが仲間だというのは確信だったのだが。
ええ、見当違いも甚だしいわ。仲間ですって。私があの犬と協力し合う？私の手駒に過ぎないあの男と？
Her laugh is so out of place that the tense atmosphere disperses. Contrarily, Archer grits his teeth. Something finally comes out. It's not Caster's enmity nor the swirl of magical energy surrounding the temple. For the first time since he came here, Archer is showing open hostility.
そう、あなたの予感は正しいですよ、アーチャー。私のマスターは誰とも手を組んでなどいないし、アサシンのマスターも同じ。いいえ、そもそもアサシンにマスターなど存在しないのですからね。
The hell? Assassin doesn't have a master? What does that mean? Servants cannot exist without a master. What are they supposed to disappear if they don't have a supply of magical
キャ
energy?
スター、貴様、ルールを破ったな。
まさかルールを破ってなどいませんわ。 だってサーバントを呼び出すのは魔術師でしょ。ならキャスターである私がサーバントを呼び出して何の不都合があるのです。
The witch in black robes proclaims with a sneer. So that means the assassin class over the temple gate is a heroic spirit summoned by
サーバン
Caster.
トを操るサーバントか。なるほど。ならばこその架空の英雄か。まっとうなマスターに呼び出されなかったアサシンは、本来呼ばれるべき暗殺者以外のものをアサシンにしてしまった。だが、それは貴様の独断ではないのか、キャスター。
聞きましょう。なぜそのような結論が出せるのです、アーチャー。
何？ただの直感だよ。その魔術師が自分より優れた魔術師を使い魔にした場合、そこにあるのはただの主従関係ではあるまい。マスターが自身より優れたキャスターを警戒するのは当然だ。私が貴様のマスターであるのなら魔女に自由など与えない。マスター本人ではなく貴様だけの手足となるサーバントの召喚など強化するはずがない。
それなりの知恵は働くようですね、アーチャー。いいわ。その賢さに免じて今の暴言は聞き流しましょう。
Caster snickers as she watches Archer carefully. The only thing between them is enmity. They're about 7 meters apart. The charge that Archer shares at school, he should be able to slash Caster before he even finishes chanting an incantation.
納得がいった。セイバーやランサー、ライダーは強力な対魔力を持っている。ここの男の高魔力など比べ物にならない。次元違いの対魔力だ。彼らにはあらゆる魔術が効きづらい。故に魔術師である君では彼らに太刀打ちできない。となれば策略に走るのは当然だったな。ルールを破り自らの手でアサシンのサーバントを呼ぶ。この土地に今日構え町の人間から魂を収集する。自らは戦わず町中に張った目で戦況を把握する。これだけのことをするのだ。当然自分のマスターは拘束しているのだろうな。
I
こ
am
この
not
間抜けなマスターのようにとっくに操り人形というわけだ。
I am not a dipshit. A dipshit is the person who buys and drives a cyber truck. She smiles silently, head sends a chill up to my spine. She's not only collecting magical energy from the people in town, she's even using her own master as her own tool, just like she did to me. Caster is dangerous. She's not a pure threat like Berserker, but those who make the situation worse without showing themselves are always the most problematic in a war.
ええ、あなたは正しいわ、アーチャー。けれど私があなたたちにかなわないというのは間違いよ。聖杯戦争に勝つことなんて簡単ですもの。私が手を尽くしているのは単にその後を考えているだけ。あなたたちを恐れて策を浪しているわけではないわ。
ほう。サーバントを倒すのはたやすいと言ったな、キャスター。逃げ回るだけが取り柄の魔女がよく言った。
言ったわ。ここなら私は誰よりも強いもの。バーサーカーやセイバーならいざ知らず、アーチャー程度ではかすり傷さえ負わせられないでしょう。それよりあなたの方こそ逃げる算段を立てなさい。一度目は許した。けれど二度目はなくてよ。私を魔女と呼んだ者には相応の罰を与えます。
Caster's robe distorts. The magical energy in the air becomes a dense fog covering Caster's body with that in front of him.
面白い。かすり傷さえ負わぬと言ったな。
Though he's barely audible, Archer sounds amused.
あなたでは私に触れることさえできないでしょう。
The Black Shadow responds. The knight in red
で
laughs.
は一撃だけ。それで無理ならあとはセイバーに任せよう。
He flies like a squall towards the Black Shadow. The red shadow runs. I don't know when he got them, but in Archer's hands are those weapons, twin swords. He does not allow any time for chanting incantations. Archer closes in on Caster before she can extend her arm. He slices her in half with those twin blades. The robe, cut in half, scatters in the wind. Archer seems disappointed, standing in front of the remains of the enemy he just so defeated so easily. It looks disappointing. She talks so big, yet she lost without even attacking him once. Anyone would feel let down. Archer is still gripping the twin swords. A red knight. The black and white short swords are magnificent to behold. Strange. My eye really keeps getting drawn to them. Those twin swords, they must be great swords with history, but I don't feel any malice from them. Noble phantasms are supposed to be fantastic weapons, so it makes sense that they're beautifully crafted. The saber swords are as visible, I'd have to imagine, but likewise be majestic. These swords, however, are different. A sword with the clear purpose of defeating opponents. A sword that is made to leave a mark on in history. A sword forged to surpass the skill and craft of another. A sword intended to do some great deed. These blades have none of that. They're nothing like a blade with a famed story or magical lineage. If anything, it seemed like they're made because someone just wanted to. There's something raw about them, unalloyed even, made like the creator questioned their own significance. That's what I think those are. Mirrored swords without vanity, black and white, a swordsmith awkward representation of yin and yang. I stand captivated because I feel like the way they are is beautiful. Caster's slash body disappears. After seeing it off, the moment Archer looks like he's going to put his weapons away.
残念ね、アーチャー。あなたが本当にその程度だったなんて。
Caster's voice echoes throughout the desolate tempo. Archer leaps. The barrage from earlier is mirrored. Bullets of light come flying from the sky to pierce Archer, and Archer repels them with his twin swords. This is different from before. The ground is burnt red. The magical energy compressed within one of those lights is at least 3 times greater than any of my full capacity. I'm sure even Archer would have had half his body blown away if he took a direct hit. He'd be just like Caster earlier. I look up at the sky. The moon is invisible, veiled behind a sea of dark clouds. In the middle of that, the black mage flies as she reigns over the heavens.
どちらにせよ、この境内ならば魔法の真似事さえ可能ということか。見直したよ、キャスター。いや、大口を叩くだけはある。
While looking up at Caster, Archer adjusts the grip on his twin swords.
そうですか。私は見下げ果てたわ、アーチャー。使えると思って試してみたけど、結果がこれではアサシン以下よ。
耳に痛いな。次があるのならもう少し気を利かせるが。
まさか愚か者に次などありません。あなたはここで消えなさい、アーチャー。
Archer becomes a streak. He takes off at full speed to get clear from Caster in this place.
逃げ切れると思って。
Caster staff moves. The moment it points at Archer, something absurd flashes before my very eyes. No one can hear me say no way. Caster's attack is like a deluge of rain, the light that streaks down is like a bombing raid. Each spell is a death blow, and Caster rains down them uninhibited. I may be green at this, but even I can tell how off the charts this magecraft is. This is more like a grained magecraft. Something like that requires a magic circle and a 10-count instant contract, an incantation of at least 10 lines. Because grand magecraft is powerful, it requires more time to cast it. A normal mage would take a minute to cast such magecraft. Even a mage that uses high-speed incantation would take 30 seconds, but she did it in an instant. She didn't even need an incantation, just pointed her staff, and she's using it continuously. I can't even think of anyone who would compare.
A ランクの魔術をここまで連発するとはよほど魔力を溜め込んだな。
He must have decided that he can't avoid them all anymore, since Archer sprints while deflecting with his twin swords. Archer makes for the exit, but changes course halfway there as if he just remembered something. Archer charges toward me with a fierce look. That makes me realize the place I'm standing is no longer safe. I'm already in the range of the rain of light. Archer makes toward me. The moment I try to jump back to avoid him, the body is flying through the air. Huh? I try to shake him off, just flexing. You gotta be shitting me. Archer's now carrying me. Put me down here, dude. What the hell are you thinking? Idiot, you called me an idiot knowing you were an idiot yourself, you idiot. Archer must be wound up as his words make no sense, but even though you saved me, I just can't graciously accept. You just let go of me, I can take care of myself, I don't need your help. No, more than that, I can't bear being a hindrance to him. Archer should have been able to escape by now from his distance, but the exit's further now that he saved me. Archer running around the temple must be an easy target for Caster, who is above us. Archer, you listening to me? Archer drop kicks me. I tumble onto the ground. He must have kicked me hard as I flew at least 5 meters. I endure the pain and get up. Huh? Archer is still. The rain of light bullets has also stopped. All that remains is a feeling of cold that hurts my ears. Hey. I finally get my bearings. The very round of Archer is frozen.
気分はどうかしら、アーチャー。いかに三騎士といえど、空間そのものを固定化されていては、動けないのではなくて
Caster's triumphant voice. Archer must not be able to talk. It's like time has stopped
ど
for
う
him.
やらこれで爪のようね。外にはセーバーもいることですし、これ以上あなたにかける時間はないわ。どこの英雄だったかは知らないけど、これでお別れよ、あっちゃ。
Caster raises her left hand. From that hand, the light bullet of instant death is dropped. But right before that, Archer remembers something.
何かしら、あっちゃ。命乞いなら聞いてあげても。
と言ったのだ、キャスター。
His tone is filled with irritation. I try to make out what he's saying again.
たわけ。かわせと言ったのだ、キャスター。
Archer leaps away. He must have broken the frozen space with force. The sound of breaking glass, Archer flashes out of sight.
何よ、バカな。
Distracted by Archer's angry shout, Caster is baffled, and then to either side of her, a flash of black and white converge on her. Caster's robe tears. She must have been given just enough warning from Archer's shout and narrowly escapes the attack. It should not need explaining, but it is Archer's blades that fly by. It was in an instant. Archer threw the twin swords to either side when he kicked me and got caught in the freezing spell. The blades boomerang through the sky and made an arc back toward Caster. Guess you got a hand from where did he go? I'm left speechless. Caster too. The Red Knight leads back into view and calls checkmate. He kneels on the ground and aims his bow towards the sky. His target is Caster, and the arrow he has knocked is the same magical blade that he shot at Berserker.
I am the bone of my soul.
Archer's voice shakes the air. Caster's weaves an urgent incantation, but having clearly anticipated that, Archer shoots the arrow. Is that his noble phantasm? The released arrow twists space itself. Caster's moan fills the air. The tornado-like arrow easily penetrated Caster's defenses. Most likely, guessing from the distortion, I bet Caster would have been twisted along with space itself even if she had teleported. Even then, Caster's still alive. The black robe is scattered, and the body underneath the robe has numerous cuts. Caster's using all of her magical energy to regenerate, but I'm sure she would have died instantly without a chance to heal had it been a direct hit. Yeah. Archer's shot did not land a direct hit. The arrow was released into an empty space away from Caster, and her barrier of protection was destroyed from the aftermath. The arrow missed. No, that's wrong. He did not miss. He deliberately did not hit her. I don't know what his intentions are. Though he had the chance to finish her off, for whatever reason, Archer let her go. Stillness returns to the temple. Archer remains in front of me while Caster floats down, glaring at Archer all the while. That last attack must have taken a lot out of him, as I could sense that Archer's magical energy is low. That goes for Castor's well. Although it missed, Archer's attack scraped away most of Castor's body and magical energy. Even if there was a big pool of magical energy here, it's useless if Castor's too injured to collect. Castor lands, dispirited. She seems to have managed to reform her body, but she's running on empty inside. It should be impossible to continue fighting. Castor stares at us while breathing heavily. For some reason, she seems to be comparing the both of us.
アーチャー、今の一撃、なぜ外したのです？
The demoralization is in her voice as well. Archer shrugs as if to say it should have been obvious.
いや、試すのは一撃だけと言っただろう。初めの一撃はかわされたからな。その後はただのおまけだ。なんだ、それともまさか約束を違えても当ててほしかったのか？
He's crazy.
では、私を殺す気はなかったと？
つい挑発に乗っただけだ。私の目的はそこの男にあったからな。他のサーバントと戦うなど予定にはなかった。
He really didn't seem to come here with any hostility at first.
そう。どうやら私と戦いに来たというわけではなかったよね、アーチャー。
ああ、そこの男が腰抜けなのと同じでね。不必要な戦いは避けるのが主義だ。剣を取るときは必勝の好機であり、必殺を誓ったときのみだ。意味のない殺生は苦手でな。
I don't know what's so funny, but Cassie gives a hearty
そ
laugh.
う。ならあなたたちは似た者同士ということ？
はあ？
We reply in unison. Similar. Me and that guy? What makes her say that?
違うのかしら。あなたたちは無益な殺生が嫌なのでしょ？そこの坊やは私のような無関係な人間を糧にするサーバントが許せない。あなたは無意味な殺戮は好まない。ほら、全く同じじゃない。だから手を組んでいるのではなくて？
How do you figure that? Can you rise straight on? How could anyone think we're even remotely alike?
同感だ。平和主義者なのは同じだが、根本が大きく異なる。厄介事は早めに片付けるのが私の方針だ。この男のようにいつまでも悩んだりはしない。
Pacifist my ass. I haven't forgotten you shot at Saber along with Berserker. You made Saber fight by herself while you hid safely far away.
仕方なかろう。あの時はまだ共闘関係ではなかった。サイバーの安全よりバーサーカーを倒すことが優先されただけだ。それとも何か？目に映るもの全てを助けろなどというのではあるまいな。ならばバーサーカーとて倒す対象にはならないか
Ah. We glare at each other. Man, I really do not get along with this guy. Why does everything he gets on my nerve? Meanwhile, Castor's laugh is even more amused as she looks between us.
気に入ったわ。あなたたちは力もそのあり方も希少よ。敵に回してしまうのは惜しい。
My head tilts in confusion. Archer looks away from me and glares at Castor. Hold on, what do you say?
わからない？私と手を組みなさいと言っているのよ。私なら今のパートナーより優れたものを用意できるわ。坊やにはセイバー以上のサーバントを。アーチャーは今のマスターより優れた魔術師と契約できる。
The absolute nerve of this bitch. Her mind grinds to a halt. I question her sanity and seriousness.
悪い話ではないはずよ。私にはこの戦いを終わらせる用意がある。言ったでしょ？勝つことなんてたやすいと。どう？生き残りたいのなら私に従うべきじゃなくて？
There's not even an option here. I decided to fight to stop those who involve innocent people. As such, I can't accept the offer of someone like her. I refuse. I can't cooperate with a witch like you. That's all there is to it. It should be obvious where I'd stand. I can't ally myself with this servant, nor can I betray those I'm already partnered with. I'm going to fight along Saber and Archer, who would also never betray Tasaka. Wait, this guy, he's hesitating. Hey Archer,
拒否する。君の力を借りる理由がない。それ以前に君の陣営はいささか戦力不足だ。いかに勢力を伸ばそうとバーサーカー一人に及ばない。まだ組みするほどの条件ではないな。
I sigh with relief. I had a bad feeling, but he's not like that. I hate him, but he's firm on his beliefs.
そう。交渉は決裂ということ。
そうだ。だがここで君と戦う気はない。この場に居合わせたのは私の独断でね。マスターの命令ではないから君を撃つ理由はない。ここは痛み分けということで手を打たないか。
Huh? I doubt my own ears. Did he just say he's gonna let Caster go?
意外ね。あなたのマスターは私を追っていたでしょ。なのにあなたは私を見逃すというの。
ああ。お前がここで何人殺そうが知らん。それは私には預かり知らぬことだ。
あら、ひどい男。毒は使いようということ？
私のマスターはマスター殺しに精力的でなくてね。その分お前が他のマスターを潰してくれるのなら何かと助かる。この戦いの決着はその後でも遅くはあるまい。
Hold on, Caster. Caster seems to have accepted Archer's proposal as she turns around. I run to Caster as she moves to vanish, but Archer stops me.
バカカキ様。追えば確実に死ぬぞ。
He says indifferently. Though true, his words make me feel so furious I make myself nauseous. I stop. Caster's black gown flutters in the wind and disappears like magic. She's gone. Only Archer and I remain on the temple grounds. Seeing him gets on my nerves. He saved me twice today. Caster would have taken my command spells if it weren't for him, and I'm sure I would have died from that deluge of light. But this is different. I can't forgive him for letting Caster go. Archer, why did you let Caster go?
戦う時ではなかったからだ。ここで切り伏せたところで、あれはすぐさま逃げおせただろう。今の空間転移、見逃したわけではあるまい。
That's true. Wouldn't have been able to capture Caster if she really wanted to get away. On top of that, this temple is Caster's territory. She's a witch. Even if she was weak, and I'm sure she had at least one or two tricks up her sleeve.
理解できたらしいな。キャスターを倒すのなら、マスターが先なのだ。いかに空間を飛んで逃れようが、よりしろであるマスターが倒されれば、キャスターとて消えざるを得ないからな。
Going for the master and not the servant. That is the safest and most sure option in the Holy Grail War. I know that, but still, you're gonna let her get away? The incidents happening in town are all her doing, right? There will be more victims unless we stop her. I can't let that be.
なぜ？お前自身が傷つくことではあるまい。むしろ、奴にはこのまま続けてもらいたいぐらいだ。キャスターは人々から正気を吸い上げ、その力でバーサーカーを倒す。私たちはその後でキャスターを倒せばいい。私とリンはキャスターは倒せるが、バーサーカーには及ばないのでな。バーサーカーを倒すまで、キャスターには好きにさせておくさ。
My face heats up. Blood rushes to my head and I want to punch him. Don't be ridiculous. Tasaka won't do such a thing.
そうだな。だからこそ、キャスターには手早くことを済ませてほしいものだ。リンがキャスターに追いつけば、対決は避けられない。その前にキャスターが、バーサーカーを退治してくれれば理想的だ。何人犠牲になるかは知らんが、それでバーサーカーが倒せるのならば安いものだろう。人間など結局は死ぬ生き物。誰にどう殺されようが結果的には変わるまい。キャスターも手ぬるい。いっそ魔力だけでなく命まで奪ってしまえばよいもの。街中の人間が死に絶えれば少しは戦いやすくなる。 私のマスターも根は甘いからな。そうなればもはやなりふりなどに構ってはいられまい。
The Red Knight smiles dryly. He sounds amused. He feels the people living here are in the way. He's saying the same things as Caster. You...
ああ、お前も知っての通り、リンは形式にこだわるタイプでね。魔術師としては申し分ないが、マスターとしては汚さに欠ける。そうだな。彼女がキャスターのようになってくれれば、私もここまで苦労はしないのだが。
You bastard! I punch Archer's face. Well, I punch in that general direction, but he usually avoids it.
何をする？私たちは協力関係ではなかったか？
Screw you, I'm nothing like you. I don't sacrifice those around me in order to win. I would never do such a thing.
それは私も同じだ。エミヤシロ。だが、全ての人間を救うことはできまい。例えば、キャスターが聖杯を手に入れてしまえば、被害はこの町だけにとどまるまい。それは、イリアスフィールも他のマスターも同じだ。聖杯を私利私欲で使わぬマスターは、私が知る限り、お前とリンだけだからな。故にならば、この町の人間には犠牲になってもらい、私たちの役に立ってもらうしかあるまい。その結果で被害を抑えられるのなら、お前の方針と同じだろうさ。
I feel numb. He doesn't need to explain it. I can't save everyone. Kiritsugu always said that, so I should be over it, but it's just the way that he says it that just pisses me off.
無関係な人間を巻き込みたくないと言ったな。ならば認めろ。一人も殺さない。などという方法では、キャスターの言う通り、残念ながら私たちは似た者同士だ。犠牲者を出したくないというのなら、協力し合うしかあるまい。
No, I won't cooperate with you. I can't ever accept you.
そうか。お前が信じたものは、リンだけだったな。
I turn my back to Archer. I'm different than him. I can't let Caster be, so there's only one course of
ま
action.
さか、キャスターを追うつもりか？
I ignore him and start walking. My destination is inside the temple. If this is Caster's territory, then our workshop is inside the temple.
信じられんな。お前一人ではキャスターにかなうべくもない。命が惜しいのなら、やめておけ。
Archer follows, complaining the entire
ま
way.
ったく。せっかく助けてやった命を無駄にするのか。それは構わんが、せめて感謝の一言でも残したらどうだ。先ほどの女性は私なりの行為だったのだがね。命の恩人とまではいかないが、視線を共にくぐり抜けた友人ぐらいにはありがたがってほしいものだ。
Ugh, man, he really gets on my nerves. Shut up, quit acting like we're pals all of a sudden. Hurry up and go back to Sokka's place. I don't need your help. I turn away and head towards the temple without looking back for good this time. There.
そうか。懐かれなくて何よりだ。
I feel a chilling premonition of death. What? Before I can fully manage to leap out of the way, as Archer brings their sword down on me. He cuts me at the shoulder. My blood comes pouring out and I feel like I'll pass out the moment my focus wavers. The pain's so sharp that I feel my skin and muscles are burning. I back away with wobbly steps. I can't even flee. All my remaining strength is sapped and it's all I can do to remain on my feet.
外したか。さっき抑えきれなかった私の落ち度か、とっさに反応したお前の起点か。まあ、どちらでも構わないが。
Archer walks towards me with his sword covered in my blood. I'll be killed. My instincts that I'm gonna die and my feet struggle to move. The temple's exit. I stagger towards the stairs beyond the mountain gate and retreat back. He must know that this is a fatal wound. His steps are unhurried. Everything is going fuzzy. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even recall why I'm fleeing or why I was cut to begin with. It feels like my thoughts and memory are following the blood dripping from my body. Maybe I'm so conscious because of that sword he's holding, the white short sword. That plain blade holds my attention and keeps me from closing my eyes. But it comes to an end. The mountain gate is right behind me. The stairs are right there, but I can't even turn around. The moment I do, I'm sure Archer will split me in two.
最後だ。戦う意義のないエミやシロはここで死ね。
He raises his blade. The white yin sword is raised like a guillotine. There's reason to fight.
そうだ。自分のためではなく、誰かのために戦うなど、ただの偽善だ。そんなもの、この世のどこにもありはしないというのにな。
I don't. Even as my consciousness fades, I feel defiance. But both my body and mind are at their limit.
さらばだ。理想を抱いて溺死しろ。
His voice is filled with hatred. He swings the yin sword Bakuya. Once more, the blade slashes at me, this time to sever my very life. But right before that, with only the thought of defying his words, I jump back without thinking of the consequences. His sword cuts the air, my body flies through the air. The bottomless darkness is behind me. With a horrible sound, my body crashes into the stonework, then it rolls down the mountain stairs. I hear an unfamiliar voice. Fierce near me. I also hear a familiar voice. Saber? My vision is almost gone. I attempt to lift my body, but it can only collapse in a heap back to earth.
ここまでの傷を負わせて、なお階段から叩き落としたのか。
Is that Saber? Saber supports my body and speaks with urgency. But that's bad. I don't know their identity, but there's one other unknown servant nearby. She's tending to me. It leaves her wide open for an attack. It's fine, Saber.
黙って。まだ間に合います。シロの回復量なら、このまますぐに帰還すれば。
She must have realized mid-sentence. She looks back at the servant behind her.
アサシ、なぜ私を撃たなかった。
それこそ無粋。刹那の花を摘むことなど誰にもできぬ。
Saber tilts her head, unable to grasp the enemy's true intent.
何？その横顔に見とれただけよ。果たし合う顔も良かったが、今の張り詰めようも捨てがたくてな。ついめでてしまったのだ。
Is that a kimono? The servant just anachronistically turns his back towards us.
今宵はこれで十分。立ち去るがいい、セイバー。
私たちを見逃すというのか、アサシン。
そうだ。この続き、いずれ果たすというのなら見逃そう。今のお前では満足な戦いは望めまい。私とてそれは惜しい。
Saber glares at Assassin. Assassin stares calmly at Saber. Their stare down lasts for a few seconds.
わかりました、アサシン。あなたとの決着は必ず。
良い返事だ。期待しているぞ、騎士王よ。
The Saber takes me in her arms and heads down the stairs. However, I see the knight in red following us from the mountain gate, determined not to let me go.
アーチャー。
Saber says in wonder. He says that he kills me when he can ensure it. If he's a man of his word, he can't let me leave here alive. If he swung his sword trying to kill me, I'm sure he will do whatever he can to kill me now. The red cloak flutters like a feather. It doesn't matter whether Saber is here or not. Archer jumps down and slashes his sword at me. Swords clash, a counterattack like a flash of light. The intercepting blade parries Archer's sword and makes for his neck as he hangs in midair.
アサシン貴様。
Archer twists his body and lands. The knight in red is blocked by the servant in the Komodo and cannot pass down the stairs.
邪魔をするつもりか、侍。
Archer readies his twin swords and faces the assassin-class servant. With that in front of him, Assassin adjusts his hold on his sword as if nothing happened.
それはこちらのセリフだ。貴様こそ見逃すと言った私の邪魔をするつもりか？
His voice is oddly pleasant. I don't know what his goal is, but he really intends to let us leave.
加えて私の役割はここの門番だ。生きては倒産し、生きては返さん。雪は見逃したが、帰りは別だ。いささか雅にかける首だが、今宵はそれで収めるとしよう。
He intends to go for the kill. Assassin's fighting spirit isn't as sharp as his longsword. There is no dominating presence like Archer or Saber where their everything feels involved. His is a sharpened razor edge that precisely aims for the neck.
よく言った。 セイバーに傷一つつけられなかったキャスターの手駒風情がこの俺と戦うと。
貴様こそあの女狐を驚かせようと送ったというのに、我が身可愛さで逃げ帰るとは失望したぞ。
Their confrontation is short. Both players demonstrate fantastic swordplay. I'm captivated by what I see. To be honest, I can't even make out assassin sword technique. I'm not unused to swordplay, but I can't make heads or tails out of it. It's too swift and deadly. The contrast is what makes me so fascinated. Answering twin blades, Archer manages to defend himself against such inhuman ability, but his techniques look something like something even I could do someday. I don't like it, but you could say I'm impressed. He's fighting against assassins, magical sword with techniques acquired by experience and sheer force of roll rather than talent. It's obvious that he's strong. It's a different strength than his Sokka to save him. All the training he went through because he's not extraordinary. I bet he didn't have anything. So with his limited resources, he's trained his heart out and got to that level.
今のうちにどちらにせよあなたの体を早く休ませなければ。
Saber's voice brings me back to reality. We leave Ryudo Temple with Saber carrying me. Assassin and Archer swordplay echoes behind us without pause. Ugh. My wound is almost healed by the time we get back.
セイバーとつながってるからセイバーの治癒能力がついてきているんじゃない？
Sasaka's opinion might be correct as my wound heals quicker when Saber's touching me.
それで一体何があったのですか、シロ。
Saber demands an explanation once we go to the dojo after treating my wound and getting changed, all without waking Fujini up. I do my best to summarize all the important points, how I was controlled by Castor and went to the temple, the coma incidents happening in town and Castor's relation to them, Archer who saved me when my command spells were about to be taken, and how Archer tried to kill me in the end. Saber seems to ponder something. I would get why she would want to organize her thoughts since all this happened in one night.
なるほど。では、アーチャーはキャスターを見逃したのですか？
Yeah, he did. He's the worst. He's no different from Castor if he's using her to win. It pisses me off when I think back to it. Damn it, I wish I'd gotten a hit on him. Then, Saber has a weird expression on her face. Saber, what's so funny?
いいえ、シローが人の悪口を言うなんて珍しいと思いまして。まだ数日ほどしかシローを見ていませんが、あなたはそんな風に陰口を言う人ではないと分かっていましたから。
Now that she mentions it, I have been complaining a lot. But I can't help it, Archer really gets to me. Worst of all, he made fun of Tasaka, his own partner.
そうですね。ですがシロー、一つ尋ねますが、シローはアーチャーの裏切りが許せないのですか？どうも、あなたは彼に切りつけられたことを怒っているようには見えない。
Huh? Oh, she's right. Archer's actions would constitute betrayal. No, but that is... It's not like he betrayed me. I haven't made any promises with him from the start. That's why even though Archer attacked me, I think that's fair.
それはそうですが、まったく、シローは不思議ですね。
But her tone has a certain fondness to it.
結論から言うと、私もシローと同じです。キャスターは放置できませんが、アーチャーは非道ではないのでしょう。
What are you listening to, Saber?
すべてです。それを踏まえた上で、私もシローと同意見だと言っています。加えて、彼の剣技は清流でした。心によこしまなものがないのでしょう。舞うような剣撃は、彼の人格を物語っていると思う。
I don't like it even more now. Something is wrong with Saber to compliment him. First of all, Archer's technique is... Oh, no, I was just being delusional. He's like yogurt that's about to expire compared to Saber. What are you saying? His technique is nothing. He couldn't even kill me with his price tag. How can he call himself a servant?
ええ。ですからシローも筋がいいのです。長く鍛えれば、アーチャーに届く技量になりましょう。
I can't object if she says so while making that face. Anyway, Saber approves of Archer's technique. I don't know why, but I can't stand that. Saber, you said I have talent, right?
はい。上手れば良い使い手となるでしょう。
I've decided then, can you teach me things once my wound heals? Not just how to survive, but I want to learn how to fight. I shake Saber's hand and look her directly in the eyes.
あ、はい。シローがそういうのでしたら構いませんが。
Alright, I have no complaints if I can study under Saber. I can't repeat the same failures tonight. It's not like me to keep on running away. Most importantly, I can't listen to the guy who said we need more victims in order to reduce the total number of victims. Please, let me finish the video. Yes, thank you. That will be the end of today's video. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.